Hey guys, welcome back to my channel AG Motion Designs, and in today's video we are going to learn how to create this Google looping animation inside of After Effects without using any third-party plugins but with the help of simple and cool tips and tricks inside of After Effects. Also, the project files of this animation is available on my Patreon page. You can easily download it from there. Link is available in the description, and you can become a member over there to get all the project files related to this channel. And if you want to learn more about motion graphics and other stuff in advance, then don't forget to check out our Udemy courses. All links are available in the description, and you can join our Motion Pro membership as well, which is just for 59 rupees. You'll get access to new videos, motion graphic tutorials, advanced After Effects tutorials, etc. etc. And it will be a support for this channel as well. And if you're new to this channel, then please consider to subscribe this channel and also hit the bell icon to get more updates. So without wasting any much more time, let's get started. So here we are in Adobe After Effects. Let's select this G logo over here and hit Control X, create a new layer and press Control Shift V. Let's double click and let's call it as G, and we will hide this. Then we will select these O, hit Control X, new layer, Control Shift V, and let's hide this and double click on this and let's call it as O. Let's select these O, hit Control X, new layer, Control Shift V, double click and let's call it as O. Hide this. Select these G, hit Control X, new layer, Control Shift V, double click and let's call it as G, and let's hide this. Then we will select this L, hit Control X, new layer, Control Shift V, double click and let's call it as L. Then the E is remaining, we will name it as E. So we have this logo, with each and every alphabet on different layer. We have edited this in Adobe Photoshop. Now we will go to the After Effects and we will create a new composition, and we are going to name it as main animation. Width, I'm going to choose 1920, height 180, frame rate is 30, duration is 1 minute long, and background color, I'm going to choose white color, hit OK and hit OK. Then go to choose grid and guide option and simply hit on title section. Then let's hit Control S. Then I'm going to press Control I and I'm going to select this Photoshop layer. Import as, choose composition written layers and sizes and simply hit import and hit OK. Double click to open this, select all of these logos and hit Ctrl C to copy. Go to the main animation and hit Ctrl V. Now the size is too much, so we need to reduce the size. So right click, new and create one null object. Select all of the other layers and make it apparent with this null. Select this null, press S and let's decrease the scale of it, and we will delete this null object. So now I got this appropriate scale and I'll try to bring this at the center like that. So over here. Now we need to create the animation over here. So for that, I'm going to first select this G. I'll press Ctrl Shift C to pre-compose and move all attributes into new composition and hit OK. Similarly, I'll select this O, press Ctrl Shift C, make sure to move all attributes into new composition. And I'm going to follow this procedure for each and every one like that. Okay. And let's go inside this. And now right click, new and create one null object over here. Select this G and let's bring this null object somewhere around over here between this. Okay, copy this null object. Let's go inside this main, go inside this O, hit Control V to paste it. Let's bring this null object a little bit over here and little bit downward like that. Okay, I'm going to bring this null object in each and every composition, and our main goal is that this null object should be a little bit forward between these alphabets. Okay, like that. Go inside this G as well, press Ctrl V. Make sure that this null object should be a little bit forward between this. Okay, like that. Then go inside this L, hit Ctrl V. Let's bring this over here like that. Okay, then go inside this, hit Ctrl V, and let's bring this over here like that. Okay, now we need to create a animation of morphing for each and every one. So let's start with this G. Okay. Now I'm going to select my ellipse tool and go for the fill. I'm going to choose black color just for now and press Control Alt Home and select these and press P for position, and let's bring this anchor point, not anchor point, but this sphere should be at the center of this alphabet. Okay. And for the fill, you can pick up this blue color and hit OK and press S, and let's increase the size of it. Now let's select this and hit Control C. Go to this O, hit Control V, press V, and try to bring this properly over here. And go to the fill option. And for the color, we'll pick up this color. Copy this shape layer again. Go to the second O, hit Control V. Try to bring this over here. And obviously, with the help of this fill, we are going to pick up this yellow color. Go inside this G, hit Control V. Try to bring this over here and make sure it should be at the center. Go to the choose blue color, go over here, hit Control V. Let's try to bring this over here like that, and let's bring this over here like this. Okay, and go over here, and with the help of this picker, pick up this color. Okay, then go to this E, hit Control V, and this is already in red color, so we'll keep it over here. Okay, now I'm going to animate the same thing one by one. Okay, so all of these, first of all, we'll focus on G. All of this should be parent with this null object. Okay, then select this null object, press R for rotation to create one keyframe. Go to around 1 second and let's make this -1. Okay, so you'll get something like that. Select those keyframe and hit F9. Go to the graph, select these. By holding shift, move this handle over here and move this handle over here like that. Okay, then we'll take a gap of 2 frames, create one keyframe again, go to 3 seconds, and let's make this -2 again. Okay, select these, go to the graph, hit F9, and by holding shift, move this handle over here and move this handle over here like that. Okay, so if we check it out this, we'll get something like that, and we'll get something like that. Now we need to create animation. Let's select this G, press S, create one keyframe, go somewhere around over here. Let's decrease the size of this till we get this G. Then select this shape layer, and with the help of open square bracket, move this over here. Okay, select these and hit F9. Okay, like this, and somewhere around at this point, I'll select these and I'll hit Control C, Control V, right click, keyframe assistance, time reverse keyframe. Okay, like that. And somewhere around at this point, select these, press Control Shift D to split this layer and delete it. So we will get that effect over here. You can select these and enable this motion blur, so you will get something like this. If you want, then you can bring this scaling keyframe up to 5 frames only, and you can bring this over here like this, and somewhere around over here up to this one. Okay, like this. Okay, so we get something like that. Then go over here, we will select these and hit Control C, Control V. Go over here, select this, hit Control D, move this over here again. So we'll get that same effect. Okay, like that. Okay, now this kind of thing is we are getting. Now over here, I guess we need to reduce the scale to 10 because this G is still visible over here. So we will make this value 10, and let's make this value 10. Okay, like this. Okay, so now after this, what we want is that this rotation animation should be for every null object. So let's copy this and hit Control C. Go over here, select this null and hit Control V. Select all of this stuff and let's make it apparent with this null and hit View. Okay. Now, along with this, what I want is this animation, scaling animation should be for everyone. So hit Control C, select this O and hit Control V to paste it. Go over here, same procedure. We'll move this over here. Go over here, press Control Shift D to split this layer. Okay. And let's shift this portion up to this one. Okay. And somewhere around at this point again, press Control Shift D. So if I enable the motion blur and check it out this animation over here as well, I'm going to get something like that. But over here, one thing I forgot to do is that scaling over here should be a little bit different as to the previous one because the scale of this should be somewhere around 18. So I'll make this value 18. Okay, copy this, select this, hit Control V, go over here, hit Control V. Okay. So if you check it out, this will get something like that. Same thing, I'm going to do this over here as well. Copy this null object rotation. So select all of them and make it apparent with this null. Select this null and hit Control V to paste it like that. Then we will copy this scaling animation because this O is almost the same. Hit U and go over here. Select this with the help of open square bracket. I'll move this over here. Go to this portion. Press Control Shift D to split this. Go to this portion and with the help of open square bracket, move this over here. Go over here and press Control Shift D to split this layer. So we will get that same effect. Select all of them and enable the motion blur. Copy this rotation. Okay. Select all of them and make it apparent with this null. Select this null and hit Control V to paste it. Okay. Let's select this G, press S, create one keyframe. You can select this G over here, hit Control C to copy the scaling keyframes and hit Control V to paste it. Okay, then somewhere around at this point, I want this to get started. Then somewhere around at this point, this one should get ended. So let's Shift D, go over here, hit Control D and move this over here. So we'll get something like that. Now the scaling over here should be a little bit less, up to 9%. And along with this G, need position animation over here as well. So I'll bring this position a little bit upward. Hit Go over here, create another keyframe, go over here, hit Control C, Control V. Then I'm going to select those keyframe and hit F9 and hit Control C, Control V. Okay, select all of them and enable the motion blur. Okay, now let's select this and hit Control C to copy this null object rotation. Select these and hit Control V to paste it. Select all of them and make it apparent with this null. And same procedure, I'm going to select these scaling animation keyframes, apply to this L, and somewhere around at this point, I want this shape to appear. Somewhere around at this point, I'll press Control Shift D to split this layer. Then somewhere around at this point, this animation should get continued. And then somewhere around at this point, it should end. Select all of them and enable the motion blur. So if you make this fit, we'll get something like them. Okay, like this. Okay, same thing I'm gonna do over here. Let's copy this null object keyframes. Go to the start, select all of them and make it apparent with this null. Select this null and press Ctrl V to paste it. Okay, then copy this scaling keyframes and hit Ctrl V to paste it. Then somewhere around at this point, I want the scale to be appear. Then press Ctrl Shift D, and then this one should be over here, and press Ctrl Shift D. So if you check it out, this you'll get something like that. Select all of them and enable this motion blur. Okay, like that. So if we check it out this portion, we got all of this animation for each and every one. And if I check it out this over here, I'm gonna get something like that. Okay, over here, like this. Now, if you check it out this, our animation is ending over here, and after each and every animation, there is a gap of 1 second. So up to 4 second, this animation should exist. Okay. After that, it should repeat itself. So I'll go inside G. I'll go to 4 second and I'll hit N, right click and choose trim to work area. Same for this O, I'll go to 4 second. I'll hit N, right click, trim to work area. Same over here, hit N, trim comp to work area. Same over here, hit N, right click, trim comp to work area and same portion, same. Then select all of them and press Ctrl Alt T, which is a shortcut key for time remap. And before the last keyframe, create one keyframe each and remove this last keyframe. Then Alt click on the stopwatch and let's apply loop out expression on it. And let's copy this expression to all of them. Okay, like that and hit U. So now we will get this animation like that. Okay, even after 4 second. And one thing I have realized that you will get this glitter at the end if you are going to rotate this animation. So what we can do is that let's disable this motion blur for everyone inside this composition. Otherwise, our looping animation will not be the same. Okay. So I'm going to disable this motion blur. And now, or what you can do, you can take a gap of 5 frames or something and try to adjust them like that with the help of open square bracket. I'm shifting it over here up to this. Okay. So I'll get something like this. Okay. If you want, then you can take a gap according to your needs. Okay. It totally up to you. Okay. I'm going to give it up to 4 seconds like this. Okay. Now I'll select all of them and I'll press Ctrl Shift C and I'm going to call it as animation and hit OK. Okay, so this is the first animation. Now let's select these and hit Ctrl D and let's press P over here. Let's select this topmost animation and after that let's type plus 400 in it, or not plus 400 but let's type plus 900 and let's see where it's going. Okay, this is going over here. So let's keep it as it is. Select this second one, hit Control D, select this third one, and over here, let's type plus, not plus, but minus 900. So it will go over here. Select these animation and hit Control D, press P. In this one, let's plus 900 again. Select, okay. Then right click new and create one null object. Select all of them and make it apparent with this null over here like that. And now in this animation as well, I'm going to take a gap of 10 frames over here like that and select all of them and I'll try to bring them over here. So what will happen that I'm going to get that difference in animation. Otherwise, let's take a gap of 5 frames only, not too much. Otherwise, there is not going to be randomness. Okay, let's try to adjust it like that. So you will get that little bit amount of randomness over here like that. If it's not getting, let's take a gap of 1 frame, 1 second, like totally, and let's see. Okay, now we are getting that randomness. Okay, now we will select this null object, press P for position to create one keyframe. Let's go to around 4 seconds and let's make this minus 900. Okay, we need to bring this properly at the center until we'll get the same frame. Okay, so we need to check it out at which point we are going to get that frame. It's going to be somewhere around, I guess. Let's go over here, press Ctrl R. Let's bring our ruler over here like this. Zoom in. Let's bring this ruler and let's bring this ruler over here like that. This is just for our reference. Let's go few frame forward and we need to check it out. Hit page down button one time to go few frame forward. Somewhere around at this point, I'll bring this keyframe over here. Sorry, zoom in. Let's bring this keyframe over here. Go to the start. And as you can see, the initial frame and final frame is same. So hit N over here. And now if I check it out, this animation, I'm gonna get this animation continuously in the form of loop. Okay, like them. Now I can press Ctrl Y to create one solid background and bring this backward. You can select all of these and press Ctrl Shift C to pre-compose. You can hit Ctrl D, select the second layer, go to the Effect and Presets panel and search for Fill Effect and double click to apply and select this black layer and go to the CC, apply CC Radial Fast Fox Blur. Select the center and move this over here and let's increase the scale of it. Okay, and go to the fill option and pick up this fill, this T for opacity, and let's decrease the opacity. Not too much, but up to somewhere around this. Okay, so we will get that shadow. So this is how you can create this kind of a looping animation inside of After Effects.